yeah, savoir. We love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, local milk production does not meet demand. Targets set to improve ease of doing business. And processes involved to set youth council explained.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Deva Lindua.
The local dairy industry is only producing 6 million litres of milk annually, falling short of over 58.5 million litres. Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says the Fiji dairy industry suffered significantly due to the bovine tuberculosis and brucellosis outbreak in the past 4 years. Dr. Reddy says they are now promoting dairy in rural areas and are taking the market to the farmers through the establishment of mini collection centres. Dr. Reddy says efforts are underway to increase milk production.
The production targets for these new promising farmers is an annual production of 1.5 million litres in addition to the existing milk they are producing. So, Mr. Speaker said, progressively, incrementally, we are raising milk production locally. Through right attitude, improvement management practices, better nutrition of the cattle, and introducing new breed, there will be a positive trend, and as the industry grows, production will definitely will grow incrementally.
The Ministry of Trade has embarked on an ambitious target to improve Fiji's ease of doing business ranking. There are plans to significantly improve Fiji's ranking from the current 102 in the world to 50 in the next 5 years. Trade Minister Pramila Kumar, while responding to an oral question in Parliament today, highlighted that while the digital transformation is at the core of the ongoing reforms, improving business processes is critical.
The Cabinet last month approved a bold target of being ranked in the top 50 in terms of doing business by the year 2025. It now becomes the mandate of Ease of Doing Business Task Force to adhere their monitoring, supervisory and review role to ensure that targets are met. The task force will also articulate progress to World Bank Group through appropriate reporting mechanism.
The Nandi River Flood Alleviation Project is expected to cost over $400 million. Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum says Nandi is regarded as Fiji's gateway, and such a project is vital for the economy. The minister also says Nandi should be declared a city because of its fast-developing urban centre.
What we are trying to do in this particular instance is that to create an economic base around those rivers. We do not have in any of those rivers any, for example, boat rides where you have dinner by candlelight up the rivers. You go to most major cities in the world, you'll have that. It's an economic activity. And Fiji is a tourism country. 38% of our GDP depends on tourism. So the idea is to have more ancillary services available. Rivers are a perfect example as to how we can make use of the systems to create economic activity.
Speaker of Parliament Rattopelli Nailatikau clarified his decision to maintain the standing orders after a point of order was raised by opposition MP Niko Nawaikula. Nawaikula questioned why Assistant Minister for Youth and Sports Alvik Maharaj was included in the end of the week statements as opposition's business takes precedence during Friday's sittings. The Speaker told the House as far as today's order papers is concerned, there are no government motions listed, and he upholds the decision of the Business Committee that today's order paper is in order. The connection and personal relationship that Israel and Fiji have is second to none. Speaking during the official welcome dinner of Israeli President Reuven Rivlin, President Chorchi Conrote says the bond between the two countries will continue to grow. He says whether it's peacekeepers, students studying in Israel, or Fijians visiting the Holy Land, the relationship will remain strong. President Conrote says both Fiji and Israel's economies have grown and they have a place on the global stage.
So as we mark the many ways that Fiji's relationship has strengthened over the years, Your Excellency, I am confident in saying that our ties have been made even stronger with your visit today. Thank you.
The Health Ministry is planning to conduct COVID-19 tests locally within the next month. Minister for Health Dr. Firemi Wangai-Nambete says at present they're sending test samples to the World Health Organization laboratory in Melbourne, Australia, with each test costing $4,000. Dr. Wangai-Nambete says they're working in collaboration with international organizations on ways to quickly identify COVID-19 instead of sending out samples elsewhere to be tested.
We are using budget provisions that are being budgeted for the Fiji Center of Disease Control from the Fiji government. As I've alluded to, we have molecular testing, which is similar to what's been used for COVID-19 within the Fiji Center for Disease Control. And we've been in discussion with WHO and recently with the US Center for Disease Control, and we hope to be able to test this locally within the next 1 or 2 weeks, or maybe within the next month.
In China, there are no apparent signs of life returning to normal as people across the country continue to have their movements restricted. Businesses had to close and streets are near empty. An open and transparent process was followed in the establishment of the Fiji Youth Council. Youth and Sports Minister Parveen Kumar says the requirements included an existing set of achievements in the youth initiative. Kumar says the appointment of the members were done through an expression of interest in the newspaper and the ministry's website.
My ministry had applied best practice approach in a transparent manner in ensuring that we appointed the right fit youth leaders who match the requirements of the role to be the members of the new Fiji Youth Council.
Coming up, Fijiana finalized side for New South Wales clash today. And Rava Rava Rabotours banks on experienced players. Stay with us.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
The Fijiana 15s is anticipating a tough battle against the New South Wales Waratahs as they gear up for their second test match tonight. Following their impressive 29-10 win over the Queensland Reds last Sunday, Coach Alibereti Ndovi-Barata says the side is ready to take on the Super W champions. Ndovi-Barata says to battle against a tough physical Waratahs team, they will have to get their attack and defence set pieces right.
After the game, we sat as coaches and we went through the video of the game, and there are a few areas that we need to work on before taking on the Waratahs women's side.
The Fijiana 15s will battle the New South Wales Waratahs tonight at 7:30 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. Former Fiji Mbati and current Rava Rava Rabotours player Tikiko Noke says the team has been preparing well for its upcoming clash against the Lay Snacks Tigers. Noke believes the side has a good chance of creating history by becoming the first Fijian team to win the Melanesian Cup Championship, as the players have been fully committed to training. He says while the players are capable, they're aware of the Tigers' style of play. The Lay Snacks Tigers beat the Nandi Aviators last year to win the coveted trophy.
Like I said, we all have faith in each other. The boys all have one goal and we all have one mindset. And we all believe that what we're doing is going to the right direction in trying to get the Malaysian trophy.
The Rava Rava side will face the Tigers on February 29th. Bowling Fiji is serious about the development of the sport amongst youths. Speaking to FBC News, Suva Bowling Club President Samuela Tui Kilingana says for the sport to grow, they will need more youths to take part in the tournaments. Tui Kilingana adds for this to happen, they will first need to break the mentality that bowling is a sport for older people.
This is probably why one of the main reasons why you don't see young people joining. But I tell you something, other countries, Malaysia, Australia and other countries, people that are over 25, they hardly can be to represent the country. That's how young players are playing overseas now.
Fiji amateur boxing coaches and referees held a one-day workshop hosted by Level 3 coaching instructor Seru Whippy. Whippy is in the country to attend the International Amateur Boxing Association 2020 Oceania Forum tomorrow. More than 10 Fiji amateur boxing officials, coaches and boxing enthusiasts were part of the workshop where coaching and judging tips were discussed.
Today's workshop is conducted by our former president of the Fiji Amateur Boxing Association, Mr. Seru Whippy, who lives in Australia, but he's actually on the Fiji, he's registered with the Fiji Amateur Boxing Association with IBA, and he comes over and does referee and judges training. He's an IBA 3, a level 3 coach, IBA, the only one in Fiji, and just very few in the Pacific. I think he's the only one.
Some showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands find apart from afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. And that is your FBC News. Now, remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Have a safe weekend. Good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.